Hello, Daniel.
What's up?
Hello, Mike.
How's it going?
Hello, Steven.
So this is our off-the-grid portable bathhouse that we built for a homeless encampment. As it turns out, that encampment got broken up, but the leader of the encampment is still someone we know and is somebody who needs a place to stay. So we have developed for him kind of a luxury resort here, as you can see. I'll walk you through the features one by one. So it's a rainwater harvesting roof. You can see the gutter system here. On top of that, blowing up in the wind there, you got a view of our screen, which acts as a filter to filter out dirt. It also helps keep the roof from getting too hot, collecting a lot of heat. And as a third benefit, it actually kind of camouflages the roof a little bit. Since we're out here in the middle of the desert, we don't want to draw a lot of attention to structures out here. But it'll act as a filter for rain that comes down. Rain will collect in the gutter, comes down through this PVC pipe into an insulated storage cavity inside. Through here, you can kind of see a black storage tank past this plexiglass. Now this window faces west. So the idea is that tank's about 12 gallons. Water will collect in there. The setting sun will pass through the plexiglass, heat up the black storage tank in the water, so you have hot water passively. We've timed 12 gallons, and it gives you about 12 minutes of shower. So if you're pretty quick with your showers, you might be able to get 3-4 showers out of that. Now, we are in the middle of the desert, so we don't get enough rain to constantly keep that tank full. That's why we got this contraption here. This is a pulley system. Then you want to grab the water bucket from outside? Yep.
Mike.
Yeah.
I have to go.
Huh?
I'm gonna get this to Daniel.
Okay, you gotta go?
Yeah.
Hang on just a second. Go ahead and stop.
Here, just take it over.
Okay. Let's see that.
There, Steven.
Our cameraman had to jet. Okay.
It's a crappy cameraman.
He's a good kid. So this is our pulley system. It allows us to get a loaded bucket. A loaded bucket of water, 5 gallons of water, is actually very, very heavy. I wish I could tell you the exact weight. I can't. But I know it's enough that it almost bent, and actually did bend, our first couple systems that we developed to raise water in here. This particular system is plenty strong. You can attach the bucket, both sides of the handle, full with water. It's a double pulley, so you have to pull quite a bit to get it down the roof, but it gives a lot of strength. This twists around, and you can set it carefully on the roof edge. Then, to get the water in there, we got a broom inside. You just take your broom, and you tilt your bucket of water onto the roof. A full bucket won't be floating around like that. Testing this in this one. We just don't have water in here right now. Okay. And we got twisted up. Great engineering. Again, a full bucket isn't going to twist like that. You should raise it from the other side, and that would cause less of a problem. So, that's how he's going to get water up on the roof and into the tank when we don't have a lot of rain, which is most of the time. However, come monsoon season, that tank will be full for probably about a month. Alright, why don't you come on inside? Well, actually, no, not yet. Before I show you the tank on the inside, I want to show you some other features. What we have here are windows that have a protective flap over the top so that if the homeless encampment ever sits for a while, we can close this thing up tight. Also for portability, makes it a lot easier to be portable. We got shutters that open. Now, again, everything on this bathhouse ideally serves multiple purposes. The shutters, as you can see, are insulated. So come winter, when it gets awfully cold, this structure, which is only about 5 feet by 7 feet on the inside, is pretty heavily insulated. We've got 2x4 walls, bad insulation in the walls, we've got bad insulation in the roof, plus a layer of rigid foam insulation. Once everything's shut down tight, this almost forms an airtight seal. Actually, is pretty darn airtight. Body heat alone should be enough to actually heat the space up enough to keep it comfortable, even at the lowest temperatures in the middle of the night in the winter, which around here can get down to below freezing. These shutters, if you can see, they've got holes in the awning panel. They've got a little latch. This latches the shutter shut when you've got it shut, but it also slides up. It's got a little hole. We're gonna run here, Daniel. You can see there's a little hole there. So this will slide up through. Then you can take these cotter pins and you just slide them through that hole, latch it. And that way when the wind blows, and the wind can get pretty intense out here, it won't rip the shed apart. It'll stay nice and strong. It's got slots at different angles, so you can capture breezes and actually direct breezes through from one window, screen window, through the other side. So you can capture the prevailing breezes. Also, you can block sun from coming in when you don't want it to come in, but you do want air. So let's step inside now. As we said, not a particularly big space, very small and efficient. We try to make it as light and portable as possible. Also, we wanted a roof that was as low as possible. In the original homeless encampment, this was sitting out in an even more open area in the desert. There weren't trees around. We wanted to make sure that people didn't complain about big structures being out there. So we try to keep everything simple, earthy colors. We actually got this paint for free, that's why it's the color it is. We wanted to keep it basically unnoticeable so it didn't cause a lot of problems in the community. In this environment, it actually would have been nice to have a higher ceiling. We could have gotten a bigger water tank and gotten more vertical drop for even more water pressure. But stepping on in, you can see the inside of that passive water heater. It's an insulated cavity, rigid foam insulation. There's our water tank. Shut-off valve of the water coming in. There's also an overflow, but it goes outside and it doesn't ever get too full. You can see our exposed plumbing here. We had a line that goes out to the shower. This line goes into the sink. That's actually that overflow I was talking about earlier. Drops down through the wall and outside. Some shelves just for storage. Just a standard laundry sink. We try to do everything as inexpensively as possible. This is about the cheapest sink you can get that actually kind of comes with its own cabinet, you could say. I guess it's not really a cabinet, but self-standing sink. It was $49. We did everything as light and as inexpensive as possible. Plastic mirror. We've got a solar light. I don't know if you actually saw the solar panel outside. We'll show you in a minute, but this works whether or not these flaps are down. I guess I should talk about these. We were talking about the windows earlier. You can see we've got a gasketed seal here. These plexiglass panels flap down and seal tight against there. They latch with eye hooks here at the wall and then up there when they're being stored up. So, in the summertime and right about now, you obviously want to have a breeze coming through here to keep the place aired out, keep it comfortable. But come winter, when you still might want to have sunlight coming in to heat the space up during the day, but you don't want that cold air, you just shut these. When it's super cold at night, when there's no sun, you also shut down the shutters, and that way it keeps all the heat inside.